Hello, today we're starting an entire new topic. We're saying goodbye to branding for the time being and focusing instead on planning for the next 4 weeks. Planning, another key part of the foundations of building a strong business. Today in particular, I want to talk to you about how to create a mission statement that actually means something. Hi, I'm Colette Broomhead and this is Business Class Monday. So the first question you might be asking yourself is, what is a mission statement? It's something I think we've probably all heard of, but a lot of people are a bit fuzzy around exactly what it is and what it's there to do. So I'm going to cover the answers to those questions in today's video. Before I start that though, I want to talk about what a mission statement isn't and what shouldn't be in your mission statement. Because there are so many bad examples out there, I think because people are so fuzzy around what the purpose of a mission statement is. So if you think about when you go to a business's website, and quite often actually, you probably won't see a mission statement at all. And that's mistake number one, because your mission statement is essentially your core purpose for your business. It's the core reason you set up your business and the core reason you get up every day and work so hard at it. And if you're not telling people what that is, then that's a big mistake. So the first thing your mission statement shouldn't be is impossible to find. And I think there's two reasons why so many businesses have mission statements that are hard to find. The first one is people haven't created one at all because they're not really sure what it's for, so they haven't bothered. And the second reason is because they've created one but just to kind of check it off the list because they know they're meant to have one, but they're not really sure what the point is. So they've done it, they've checked it off the list, and it's there in a file somewhere. So if anyone should test them on it, they would be able to say that they have created a mission statement. So in both cases, those businesses are missing out massively because a mission statement is actually so powerful. A mission statement is what aligns all the activity that you do in your business, your marketing, your branding, your customer service, your actual product and services should all be aligned with that one mission statement. So it's worth spending some time and some effort getting it just right, and then making sure that not only you are clear on it, but that all your customers are clear on exactly what your mission statement is. Okay, so hopefully you now understand the importance of having a mission statement. Let's look a little bit deeper at what your mission statement should and shouldn't include. So quite often in the scenario that we just talked about, where businesses are kind of checking it off a list and so they're just kind of cobbling something together, what ends up happening is that they come up with something that's actually a real cliche. People like to use kind of buzz statements or, you know, something that sounds a bit cool and that going to make people go, ooh, you know, but that actually when you dig deeper don't really mean anything, don't really tell you anything about what the business does or what they're there for, what they stand for. So be really careful when you're coming up with your own mission statement to make sure that you're not just saying something that's cliche, that's old hat, that's been done 100 times before. It should be something that is unique to you, that comes from a place of, you know, real passion and belief, and, you know, actually be what you really care about and what you're there to do and why you set up your business in the first place. The second thing that I see very often in mission statements is that they are so generic that they end up being meaningless. So what I mean when I say that is that people come up with mission statements that are actually goals that every business should have and probably do have, and so again are kind of meaningless. Things like, you know, we want to help people, we want to be, you know, provide a professional service. All of these things are great ideals to have, but they're also ideals that every other business out there is going to have. It doesn't set you aside, it doesn't make you any different, and it isn't going to make your potential customers look at you and go, wow, I must work with them, they want to provide a professional service. So that's what your mission statement shouldn't be. So what should it be? It's going to differ from business to business and from person to person, but essentially your mission statement should include the one key goal that you have for your business. Now, that goal could be a goal that you have for your customers, something that you want to achieve for your customers. It could be something that you want to achieve for your staff and your business itself. In some cases, you might also include a goal that you have for a change in the community that you want to achieve with your business. And in some cases, you might be wanting to actually do something pretty drastic, and you might include an actual world change that you want to include, that you want to bring about through your business. And all of those are valid, and they're all worth considering for your own business. You might want to include more than one of those things. You might just want to focus on one. But whatever you do, make sure it comes from a place that's real. Don't just say things because you think you should. Don't just say things because you want to impress people. Say things that you truly believe and that you truly want for your business. So those are the kinds of ideals that you might think about including in your mission statement. From a more practical perspective, what kinds of information should you be thinking about including? Well, first and foremost, you probably want to say what you do, because without that, you're going to be pretty confusing as a mission statement. People want to know, first of all, what is it you actually do? The second thing that you might want to include is what you stand for, and this potentially goes back to our original talk about the ideals. So it might be that you're doing what you do because you stand for something in particular. Or you're doing what you're doing in a certain way because you stand for something in particular, in which case those two bits of information will sit very well in your mission statement. Another key piece of information to include in your mission statement is who you are doing it for. So who is your business there to serve? Basically your ideal customers. So it may be that you have quite a long ideal customer description. You don't need to include like a massive reams and reams of information about who this person is, but essentially who is that key, that key person or people that you're there to serve, and that information should also be included in your mission statement. And then lastly, how will those people benefit from what you do? What will they gain? How will their lives change? So that might all sound really complex, and you might be panicking and thinking, oh wow, this is going to be some huge document that I've got to create. And actually no, it is not. In fact, your mission statement should be short and to the point. It should literally just be a couple of sentences max. You just want to get the core out of everything that we talked about there, and you should be able to do that in literally a sentence. So if you're wondering how on earth you would do that, then a good template to use is, I believe that ... and so I want to help ... do ... so that they can ... And with that framework, you can include those 4 key pieces of information. I believe, so what you stand for. And so I want to help your ideal client and who they are to do what you're helping them with so that they can, and then what the result of that is, and what your ideal customers actually get from your service. So it can be done. Have a little play with it and see what you can come up with. Which brings me to this week's homework. If you haven't got a mission statement at all, or if you have got a mission statement but when you were listening to the video you were thinking, actually yes, mine might be a bit generic, or maybe it is a bit of a cliche and you're not quite happy with it, then go back to it and see if you can come up with something that is concise but tells people the core of your business, so that they can immediately see that mission statement and know what you're all about and know if you're right for them. I would love you to share what you come up with, Do come and visit Business Class, my Facebook group, and share your ideas. If you have any questions, come and chat about them. And as always, I'll be there on Thursday at 6:30 GMT with a live Q&A to chat all things mission statement. So I'd love to see you there. If you're not already a member of the group, then you can subscribe here and I shall send you an invite. I do hope you have a go, and I hope you manage to come up with a mission statement that you feel really proud of, because life's too short not to spend it doing the things that you love. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.